Hello everyone and welcome back. So in today's video, we are going to look at how we can implement markdowns in our React Native application. Basically how we can render markdown content. And on top of that, we are also going to look at how we can render mathematical equations in our React Native application. So for this and more, let's dive into it. Alright, so for those of you who are new to this channel, I would like to urge you to subscribe to the channel, turn on the notification so that you don't miss all these amazing content from us, okay? And if you are not new to the channel and for some reason you've not subscribed, kindly do so by subscribing to the channel, okay? By doing so, you kind of in a way motivate us to bring you these amazing content day in, day out, okay? So once you are done with that, I think we can get going. So for those of you who have little knowledge about what markdowns are or markdown is basically a text with some formatting, okay? So let me take you through it right from here. So when you take a look at this image that we have right here at this side, okay, when you take a look at this side, this is how the markdown context or syntax looks, okay? And then this side basically shows how it's being rendered. So what you are seeing here, once you render it, it looks like this, okay? So this is how you actually render markdown content. So we are going to look at how we are going to take something like this and then render it this way in our React Native project. Now let's get going. So I've already set up the project, which I'm not going to cover that in this video. I already have a video on that. You can just go back to our channel and check it out, okay? That is React Native project setup, okay? So I'm going to also leave the link down below. If you want, you can just click on it, and once you are done setting up your project, I think we are good to go. So before, I would like to first install or run the Metro bundler, and once you are done running it, or whilst it's running, I'm going to take you through what has already been implemented. And kindly forgive me or pardon me if you kind of get some background noise. So we are going to run our application on our physical device, and you can do so by installing Expo Go, okay? Once you get Expo Go, you can run your physical device. So I'm going to start my Metro bundler by typing npm run start in my terminal. So I'm just going to pull it up and then press enter. So this is going to start the Metro bundler for us, okay? And whilst the Metro bundler is getting ready, let me take you through what we've already implemented. So this is the app.txt, okay, which is the entry file of our application. It basically shows some text here, right? And then in here we have the components. So the component is where we are going to play or where we are going to pay much attention to. At the top here, I'm doing some imports here. And then in here, I have some content, which is a markdown content. And then down here, I'm utilizing the package that we imported, okay? Now, the main guy for this video is React Native Markdown Display, for now. So React Native Markdown Display is a package that basically helps us to render this kind of text. This one, I don't know whether I should call it a syntax, okay? Yeah, it's a syntax. So it basically helps us to render this syntax in a React Native application to get a well displayed text, okay? So now when you can go back and then look at what it basically, so you can just come to npm, all right, and then you search for React Native Markdown Display, and then you can read about it. It's been in existence for quite some time now, okay? And you can take a look at how it's been installed. So npm i4 install, okay, and then the name follows. So you can just copy this, go back to your terminal, okay, and then you can open a new terminal right here, and then you are going to paste it right here, okay? So npm I install and then the name of the package, right? I'm not going to do that because I've already installed it. So let me bring this one down a little bit, okay? So we are importing it here, and then in here we have the content. The content is basically in a markdown syntax. So we have the introduction, and this pound sign here indicates the highest level of a header. So header 1, and then this one is header 2 because it has 2 pounds, okay, pound signs. So and then this one is basically to bold the text. Yeah, and then down here we have some form of expressions or equations right here. So we are going to display or render this in our React Native project. Down here we are trying to utilize the package that we imported, right? So we have this props being passed here, which is a boolean. So merge styles. So what it basically does is it tells the component to accept any styles that we are trying to pass here and then merge it to the default styles that the component already have. Okay, and then when you look at the styles that we are trying to use here, we are targeting the each part of the syntax. Okay, so here we are targeting the heading ones. So any content or any line that has this pound sign in front of it is considered as the highest level of the headers. Okay, so heading 1. So what you are basically doing here is we are increasing the size to 18, heading 2 to 15, and then strong syntax or content should have a color of green. So all the syntax or all the text that we've actually wrapped them around these two hash signs should be given the color of green. Okay, so basically that is what all this implementation is about. So I think our bundler is ready, so let's go back and then scan our QR code. Alright, so my physical device is ready and I'm going to click on the scan QR code to scan the QR code. Okay, good. So we have the application ready, and as you can see we are rendering some text in there. So let's go back and then clear our screen and then start the implementation. Okay, I'm going to clear this and I'm going to import or render read docs here. Okay, so we've actually imported it automatically, right? And then once we are done, let's save it and hopefully there won't be any error. Good. So on my physical device you could clearly see we are able to render the content of this particular syntax. Okay, so clearly you could see the introduction has been detached from the body, right? And it's been given a bigger font size as compared to the body, right? Same implies to the second header. You could clearly see that the second header is also having quite a much higher font size as compared to the body. Yeah. So basically this is what we've been implemented right now. Alright, so now let's get to the fun part of the video. Okay, so when you take a look at on my physical device, when you take a look at the equations that we are trying to render, the first one, for instance, we are trying to render an expression which says ax raised to the power 2, okay, plus bx plus c equals 0. I mean, clearly on our physical device you could see it's not rendering it properly, right? So now we have to find a way of rendering that properly, and that is supposed to lead us to our next chapter of this video. So let's go to my package.json. Okay, so we've already installed or we've already talked about React Native Markdown display. Okay, the next one that we are going to talk about is react-native-mathjax. Okay, so this guy is responsible for rendering mathematical equations for us. So we are going to install that, and then we're also going to install React Native Web View. So the Web View is also going to help us to render the mathematical equation together with our React Native Markdown display. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, or what I would want you to do is go to your terminal, okay, and then type npm I for install spacebar, okay, and then copy the name here, or type in react-native-mathjax, okay, and then spacebar, okay, because we are going to do double installation here. We are going to copy this one, or we are going to type in React Native Web View, okay, separate them with hyphens, and once you are done, press enter. This is going to install them for you. If you face any issues with regards to the installation, you can just type this in your package.json, okay, type it together with the versions, and please make sure it corresponds to this version that I'm also using. Okay, once you are done with that, you can just type in npm I and press enter. It's going to install these packages for you. Okay, and once you are done with that, I think we are good to go. Alright, so I've made some updates, so let me quickly take you through that. Okay, so here I've added this wrapper around the component that we are rendering. Okay, so scroll view is basically supposed to help us to be able to scroll the content of our application, okay, or of our screen. So let's dive into the read doc component. Okay, I've also updated this section with some comments. Okay, so we are going to look through them, and don't worry, I got you covered. I would upload this. I mean, you are going to get the code base in GitHub repo. Okay, so I'm going to also leave the link down below, so don't worry about trying to capture everything. I'm just going to try and explain what is being implemented here, so that once you get a source code, you can tweak it to suit your preference. Okay, now I spoke to you about the next big guy, I mean the React Native Mathjax, okay, which is supposed to help us render mathematical equations in our React Native application. Okay, so we've also imported him or her, I mean oh damn it, but I mean we've also imported that one here. Okay, and in here we are trying to do a couple of things. I'm going to close them. Okay, so this one is basically supposed to help us to kind of group our content into normal text and then mathematical equations. Okay, one of the things that we are going to use to do that is the regex. We are going to use regex to kind of split them. So when you take a look at the content that we have here, okay, mathematical equations are mostly starting with some forward slash and then square bracket, right? And then inside that we have the expressions in there. Okay, so that is basically what we are trying to do here. So here we are trying to separate those mathematical equations from the context or from the text. So what we are doing here is we are using the math and then we are splitting them. Okay, so here we are mapping through them, or we are mapping through the context that we are getting from as a result of splitting this. Okay, and then once you get that, what we do is we check whether the path matches the region that we have. Okay, so once the path matches it, it means it's a mathematical equations, and therefore we kind of give it a type, and then we pass in the content here, and then we give it a key. Okay, if it's not a mathematical equation, basically a type of text, and then we pass in the content and then the key. Okay, so at the end of this video, we're going to get an array of content that are text based and then content that are mathematical expressions. Okay, so that is what you are going to get from this parse content. And then here we are kind of giving, or we are trying to do some conversion with regards to our content. Okay, so one thing that I forgot to mention, with the big guy that we've actually installed, right, it works well with LaTeX format, okay, or LaTeX format. So the markdown content should be in LaTeX format in order for it to kind of render them properly. Okay, and with markdowns, they don't work quite well with LaTeX content. So in that case, we will have to convert LaTeX content to markdowns for the markdown component to render them. Okay, so this is basically what is happening. We've been able to split our content into math and then text. So we are basically going to feed this one to the new guide that we've actually installed, which is the Mathjax. Okay, we are going to feed all the content that have the type math to that particular component to render it for us. And we're also going to feed the content that has the type of text to our old friend, which is Markdown, to render it for us. Okay, hope that it makes sense, right? So now when you take a look at some of the things here in Markdown, if you want to specify a section, this is how you do it. When you take a look at the sections, that is basically what you are doing here. At this section, you are doing some formatting. Okay, so text with bold, text with emphasize, text with italic. We are trying to change their format to suit the Markdown content. Okay, you can take a look at this one as well. We have enumerates and all that. You have spacing as well. Okay, so these are basically supposed to help us to convert our LaTeX to Markdown. Okay, and then once we are done with that, I mean, this is how the content looks. So this content is purely LaTeX format. Okay, so once we are done with that, So this is basically going to grab us the array of the type, content, and then the key I spoke to you about earlier on, right? Now we are going to map through them, and that's what we are doing here. Okay, so we check if the type is math. If the type is math, then we feed it to the mathjax to do the rendering for us. If the type is not, then we basically feed it to our markdown to render it for us. And then take a note, we actually don't just pass the content right here. Okay, we have to first convert it to appropriate markdown format in order to or in order for the markdown content to render it properly for us. Okay, so that is basically what is happening here. Trust me, don't bother yourself about all these things. They are basically trying to help us render the content properly. Okay, so I think with all this being said, I'm going to show you the current state of our content. Okay, good. So on my physical device, clearly you could see now we're able to render both context or markdown content and then also mathematical equations, which is awesome. So we have introduction, we have the body of it, we have key concept covered, right? And then down below we have the step-by-step guide, which under that we have the mathematical equations. So the equation that I spoke to you about earlier on, which is ax raised to the power 2 plus bx plus c equals 0, is being rendered properly here. Now we're able to render them correctly. Yeah, basically this is how you can go about in order to render both markdown content and also mathematical equations in your React Native project. I hope you really enjoyed this video. If you did, kindly click on the subscribe button, like this video, share the video with friends, and please turn on your notification, because I've already promised you in a previous video that we are going to give you guys back-to-back videos, right? I mean, if you are interested in React Native applications, we got you covered. We have a bunch of React Native applications. If you're interested in React application itself, which is mobile web applications, we also get you covered. We explain details of what hooks are about. If you're interested in backend applications too, we got you covered, right? And if you're interested in machine learning, we also got you covered. I mean, and if you find any error that you would want us to help you resolve them or something, or any blocker, you can hit us up in any of our comments, and then we will be glad to assist you on that. I think I'm going to end the video here and see you next time. Happy coding.